Hey everybody, so it's Sparrow. Welcome back to my channel. I already had planned in my bullet journal that we were going to do a video about cruelty-free makeup. That sounds like a great idea, so we're actually gonna go with that. I did have to go to Sephora and close some gaps in my collection because it turns out that I'm not really great at cruelty-free. Some of my favorite products are actually from recently not cruelty-free brands like NARS and always not cruelty-free brands like Lancome, but I love Too Faced, so Too Faced actually is going to be closing quite a few gaps for me, so thank you, Too Faced. But I only need a couple things, so we're just going to get started and create a beautiful, easy to do, but obviously cruelty-free look. So first things first, I'm going to prime my face. I'm priming my face with the Milk Makeup Primer Stick. The Blur Stick Primer, which is my favorite primer ever. It's actually cruelty-free. So that saves me like all of 2 minutes out there. Also for eye primer, don't have to worry about anything. Too Faced Shadow Insurance, which is my second favorite primer. Second favorite only because it is a little expensive compared to like the Wet n Wild one I'm always wearing. But my Too Faced primer is in fact cruelty-free. I'm gonna try not to go heavy-handed on any kind of brand. So some stuff, like I just picked a different brand just because I didn't want to have the same brand over and over and over again because it's not a one brand tutorial. For my under eye concealer, you guys know I like to apply before I apply my foundation. Today we're actually using a new product. This is the Fenty Beauty Matchstick and I have it in the shade Walnut for my under eye. I'm going to put it on before my foundation and then try it on top of in a different way. But first I'm going to do my under eye area because that is where okay, this is not that bad. I'm putting it under in my under eye like I do my NARS Soft Matte Concealer since NARS is not cruelty free. I gotta say, I mean, it's not the smoothest thing, but I can see after some time with it, this product's gonna get really easy to just put on. I will admit though, like it kind of glides on top of my pores and does not look pretty. I'm just using the beauty blender to kind of smooth it out. I mean, it's blending out nicely, but, oh, okay. So after I blend it out, it kind of just piles up in spaces on my skin, which is weird. The texture is dry like my soft matte. That's what's bothering me right now. It's like, it has the same texture as my soft matte. So far, I don't know how I feel about it, but I still have to put on foundation and try something else, so. We're just gonna go ahead into that foundation and I'm gonna be using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundation. Fenty Beauty is in fact cruelty free. I'm just gonna put some of this, oh goodness. Wow, why would I do this? I pumped out so much, I'm just like, I don't need this much. I'm gonna take 2 or 3 dots all over my face. Not really going to. I already know. This is in 350, which is supposed to be about my winter shade. Go ahead and blend that out on a Kat Von D 40 brush. It's about the same shade area as Cadiz in 350, so like 350 works as like a nice wintry lighter shade. Alright, so this is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundation, cruelty free. I've worn like samples before, and the last time I wore the samples, I felt like it got really gross around my nose. So I'm just making sure it's nice and blended around there. Probably gonna do cluster shots of my nose just because it's really dry and flaky right now. It's that season for me. Now I'm gonna take the matchstick again. I'm gonna go ahead and take it in my highlight areas, but not under my eyes. And see if I can just get a little bit of highlight in some areas, like right here. Walnut is a neutral color. We're just gonna again blend that out with the beauty blender. Start with here. And I didn't buy the Fenty brushes just because I was like, spending a lot of money at Sephora for no reason already. Because I'm just buying this for this video. If I like anything, I'm keeping it. If I don't, I'm currently still working on Sparrow's Big D Stash. I think tomorrow, me and Shaggy Heads are going to film another episode together. I like having him there because he kind of keeps me from keeping everything. so it's kind of like nice to have him there. We're gonna set the face now. So I had to pick up some, I didn't have cruelty-free concealer and I didn't have cruelty-free face powder. So Laura Mercier is cruelty-free. So I'm gonna be taking the original Laura Mercier powder to set my under eye, and I'm gonna take the deep shade actually to set the rest of my face. So I'm going to take, I just bought this today, so the dark shade is pretty dark, like no lie, a little scary to use. Hopefully you can see this yellow beiginess right there. I'm going to take a beauty blender and I'm going to dip it into the Laura Mercier powder to set my under eye. So I'm going to prepare that by getting it ready and just leaving it in there before I refix my under eye. Blending it out one last time to make sure there are no creases that have been set into place. And then while still looking up, grab Auntie Laura. And under eyes are set. Now I can set the rest of my like highlight areas with this without too much fear. I never tried the Laura Mercier powder before. This is actually kind of nice because it's just like, ooh, trying out some stuff that everybody loved. Plus the Laura Mercier came in a smaller container. Alright, so for the rest of the face, now that we, again, really light, and really ashy feeling, we're just gonna go ahead and take, you can take a sponge and do it, but I would not do that. If you want extra coverage, take a sponge. But if you're not worried about coverage, take like a fluffy brush like this one. This is a simple brush from Real Techniques, and I'm just gonna take it over where I need the darker part of my face to just be set. And it kind of bronzes and contours you as well, but just take a little at a time and work in sections, because you're really trying to knock off that extra whiteness. I mean, these powders feel nice. I would only buy these little sizes of them. I wouldn't be able to buy the big size. I wouldn't feel comfortable spending that much money on a powder unless it's like something amazing. I'm just taking this all over my face now, whatever's left on it, to kind of bring me back down to a ashy tone. So I used a really good dusting of the deep shade all over my face just to make sure I don't look too light, because I still have the bronze and everything, but the deep shade is really good if you're like wearing a powder that's really light and you need to bring it back down. The deep shade does that. Like, I'm liking it. And just looking at my skin, since I've never used any of these products before except my primers, skin doesn't look half bad. Matchstick is creasing under the eyes, but everything creases on me, so I'm not really mad at it. But it's not like a harsh creasing. Like, it's very soft, kind of the way it creases like the same way soft matte can crease on me. Whoa. Okay, normally I can just kind of drag my finger along my makeup and it kind of just blends it out. That was not what happened here. I'll go press that back down into place. Okay, so don't touch it. That's what I learned. Don't touch your matchstick. Let's go ahead and just move into actual contouring, bronzing, and everything. Starting with the bronzer, Too Faced Dark Chocolate Soleil is definitely cruelty-free. It is a bronzer. However, Too Faced is cruelty-free, but it is owned by a parent company, which is Estee Lauder, who is not cruelty-free. Same with Sephora as LVHM. Kat Von D is not going to be cruelty-free. Fenty Beauty, also produced by LVHM, is actually not cruelty-free. But Becca is acquired by Estee Lauder as well. So this is just warning you ahead of time. Beauty Blender is cruelty-free. I did not know that. Alright, so now that we bronzed ourselves with Dark Chocolate Soleil. So now we're going into the Becca Jaclyn Hill collaboration with the Champagne Splits. For blush, I'm going to be using the shade Amaretto, which is like a kind of pinky brown color, so it's going to be really cute. It's cute with everything, which is why I'm always wearing it. It's like my favorite blush ever. I have not figured out what I'm going to do when I run out of it, so don't ask me, at me, or anything. But you can follow me on Twitter at SoIt'sSparrow, or subscribe to my channel so you can always see more uploads. New placement, just in the middle of whatever the fuck I was saying. It's not I'm bored. And what was I talking about? Subscribe. I have forgotten my eyebrows, so we will come back to that. But really quick, we are going to highlight, and we're also going to use the Champagne Split. We're just going to use the other side in Prosecco Pop, which is a permanent shade also with Becca. And I just learned eventually that if you like Becca Cosmetics, be aware you're going to look really, really glowy just with a little bit of product. Like, you don't really need a lot. You just touch your skin with the product and oh my god, you're highlighted for the rest of your life. So now that we're all highlighted up, we're gonna go ahead and actually put on some eyebrows. So I lost it. Wow, that was quick though. So we're actually gonna go into Anastasia Dip Brow because Anastasia Beverly Hills is cruelty free. We're gonna go for these super duper natural brows today, so I'm taking very little dip brow on the brush, looking deeply into the gaze of my mirror, and I'm just going to draw some hair-like strokes. But I'm going to be doing hair-like strokes throughout the eyebrow with the dip brow on the brush just to create texture first and kind of fill any gaps at the same time. Now drawing hair-like strokes in the opposite direction to create the top line of my eyebrow and also give it more and give it a tail. I'm not going back into the pot. Like, I don't want anything out of that pot. I want it to stay closed. Not to conserve dip brow, but just because part of this now is just building up, like building up what little product you put. You're gonna build it up, like give it more power by just continuing to do this. Sorry. Take whatever's left on your brush and kind of just take it towards the front of your brow and flick it up to keep, because you're just really filling in gaps at this point. I will admit, another secret to having really like effortless looking brows, besides, you know, doing them like this where you gotta draw all these extra lines and strokes and everything, it's kind of being okay with if your brow doesn't look exactly the way you expected it to. Like, I have a weird wonky line right here, and what I'm gonna do is take this little brush with a little bit and put some matchstick on this brush from Real Techniques. I'm not trying to go in for like the Instagram cleanup. Just this line is bothering me just a little bit. Too round. There we go. See? I'm cleaning this one up as much as I'm just tracing it. And then for the faded, really faded fronts, you're just going to take your foundation brush and just kind of run it lightly over the fronts of your brows till they're nice and faded. You can really see the color of your eyebrows hairs, the individual hairs of your eyebrows, instead of really the product. You're going to very light. On to the eye makeup, which we're actually going to be using the palette in my hand. This is my Makeup Geek Warm and Cozy set. And yes, I thought I was going to throw this out or give it away or sell it. I realized, so after I said and done everything, I had realized that the Warm and Cozy set has like that staple kind of feeling where it's like a thing that you can have on hand all the time whenever you want for whatever look you need, or just like you don't have to worry about losing out on a bunch of stuff. And since I kept like, I only kept what, I got rid of almost a third of my palettes. The others are going into the project, which we're still working on. And then I have the keepers. I felt like this would be a really thing I kind of really just wanted to have. And I kind of was like, I decided to be a little selfish and keep it. So the first shade is going to be Creme Brulee from Makeup Geek. And I'm just going to be putting that in my crease towards the brow bone. Just because I have deep set eyes. I'm looking down into my mirror to make sure I get all of the areas that I'm looking to hit. And you can definitely take this, I would take this shade into your inner socket area towards the nose. Take it really close to, just basically take it in towards your nose. You don't really want to, because you're really going to want to have that whole area to work with. We're going to take a mixture of Bake Sale and Frappe, and I'm just going to run my brush in between them like this, and then tap off the excess. And then just put that right in the actual like creasy, sockety area. Originally the plan was for this look to include a halo eye, and then I said, you know, Jesus didn't go up on the cross with a halo eye. Why do I need a halo eye? And I said because halo eyes are fucking pretty. And then these is pretty. I'm still considering doing that like half cut crease halo eye. But just working with that matchstick, I'm kind of scared. Should I still do it? I wish this was a live stream so I could just ask you guys if I should still do it. So next I'm taking a smaller blending brush. I'm dipping it into Sidekick. The first brush I used was my Sonia Kashuk brush, and that one is like a blending brush, but Sonia Kashuk in the limited edition set, she doesn't label her brushes, so it doesn't have a name, so I'm sorry in advance. The second brush, which I used with the mixture of Frappe and the other color in Bake Sale, it's my Ray Ray number 6 brush from BH Cosmetics. And oh my god, the It's My Ray Ray brushes feel so nice. Like, I'm tempted to just buy one more set of them just to be like, and now I can do more makeup without having to look for them. They're so nice. I like them. I like Real Techniques and Sigma. Price points are all over the place. Now I'm using my Sigma E38 and Sidekick to really warm it up and just to give us a nice ruddiness to this look, because without it, it's probably going to not look as wearable. Also, I'm going to take a little bit of tan lines as well and just kind of really use it in that outer corner just to make sure I'm not doing too much over here. So now about this time is when we're really going to get back into the hole. And then she did a cut crease. And I really kind of don't want to do it, because if I do it and it looks really bad, I'm going to be so angry later. But if I don't do it, I'm probably going to regret it. So, let's do this. I should have just spotlight. Why didn't I just do a spotlight eye? Everybody's doing spotlight eyes, and I'm going to do a half cut crease. Why am I like this? Alright, so I'm taking some of the Fenty Beauty Matchstick in Walnut to my eye, line up with my pupil, close the eye, and just put it and drag it where you want the center to be. You're going to kind of do it a little bit above where your actual crease is. That way when you open your eyes, just over there. And now I'm going to use the rest of the product on there to connect this with my inner corner. I am not Nikki Tutorials. Would I like to be Nikki Tutorials? So let me think. Really tall, Dutch, pretty as fuck. Yes, I like to be Nikki Tutorials. Gonna line up and do the other eye real quick. So now I'm just setting the lid with Frappe, so that way we're able to kind of work with, and I want it matte. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I want it matte, and I want it set so that when we put on more shadows, so we're going to blend out that outer corner, I want it to blend really, really easily. Really make sure it's nice and set. Alright, and now taking a small stipple brush, we're going to take a darker color like Cocoa Bear. I'm not going deeper. And just take it in the outer corner and kind of just blend it back and forth across that line. We're trying to make sure that the line is no longer a factor. Take your time and blend. This is why we were packing on all that powder, because when push comes to shove, you're going to want to be able to blend on top of the lid a little bit, get that darkness. Now, taking a very, very small brush, I'm going to take probably a series of very small brushes. I'm going to go back into some of the other shades just to give more definition up there. I'm going to go into Sidekick with the tip of this little tiny Morphe brush right above where the cut crease is. And just run it back and forth over the top of the cut crease just to make a line. And we're using, again, if I don't remember this, we're using Sidekick just to kind of like carve out the half part of the cut crease because I feel like I lost a lot of Sidekick when I did the cut crease. And that's fine. I mean, you're gonna lose stuff. That's what you can just take it on a brush and bring it back home. There. And then we can go back into one of the brushes we were using before with these two, a little bit of these two, and just soften that out so this doesn't look like a weird orange line above my cut crease to make it more natural. But yeah, alright. The eyes are looking hella pretty. Let's go ahead and do the lower lash line, and then we can do eyeliner, and we can do lipstick, and then I can go take a nap. It's been a little kind of and start editing this video because it's been kind of a long day and it's still not on. So taking on the lower lash line, we're first going to take a fluffier kind of brush for the lower lash line. You guys don't know, I like shader brushes. So if you guys don't know, I like shader brushes for my lower lash line just because I have like really watery eyes. So shader brushes kind of like push the product where it needs to go without really dramatizing my eyes. And then I'm going to take a little bit of Sidekick on this brush, which is the eyeshadow C brush from e.l.f., which is another brush that kind of does that same shaping thing. And I just take it right to the lash line, and then I'm just going to run it back and forth with color to deposit. And then you go back in with your other shader brush. This is the All Over Shadow from Too Faced. You take the product on it, and then you just run it underneath that color to tone it down and bring it back to wherever your eyeshadow is supposed to be. So now taking a tiny, your favorite angled liner brush, we're gonna take it into a liquid lipstick. I'm taking, this one is Underage Red from Kat Von D Beauty, and I am going to put just a little dollop of that on a workspace. I probably should just buy a makeup palette at this point because I do like using something like this. Take it on a brush. Take it on your brush, and I'm gonna give myself a red winged liner because that looks interesting. So when you're using your liquid lipsticks as like eyeliner, just remember that you probably shouldn't do this on your friends. And also that you really should do this only with stuff that's eye safe. And honest to God, I cannot remember if this is eye safe. I've seen people do it with Jeffree Star lipsticks, and Jeffree Stars are eye safe. for me. I cannot get a straight line. For the life of me, this is like a miracle in and of itself. Like, I got... Alright, and now your two beautiful red wings. Now to finish the makeup, which is a lipstick because I already got the glow on. I got the highlighter. Here, I'm just going to go ahead and pop on mascara and lashes really quick. Alright, now that we got on our lashes, let's just go ahead and do our lipstick. And we're just going to do it with the Kat Von D Underage Red, like our eyeliner. Alright, I readjusted the lashes because I felt like this look just, it's crying out for really pretty lashes. Just to like make it even like more like dramatic and pretty. And I feel like without them, they kind of just look like everyone, for false lashes, I think false lashes are like a special event kind of thing. So here's the finished look with lips and lashes. My lips are just more Underage Red from Kat Von D Beauty. My eyelashes are Ina from Bahi Cosmetics, so the Ina by Jackie Ina lash. It's inspired by Jackie Ina, not created by. But yeah, so here's the finished look. Cruelty-free, sexy, classic glam, looking like a snack and a half. I feel really, really like sultry in the lashes, but then I also feel like on camera I just look like my eyes are just like gonna fly away, so I kind of like that look. But yeah, so this is the finished look. Definitely exploring cruelty free has been really, really fun. Like this experience, I found out I have a lot of cruelty free makeup, and I just added a couple more things. Of the things that I picked up today, like literally today for this look, the matchstick is probably gonna go back. It's pretty. And it highlighted well, like on top of foundation. It's just, I use it as like a highlighter, but I already have like highlighting, you know, products. But the Fenty is really nice. I might just keep it in hand for black owned brands because those are always great. The Pro Filter foundation doesn't look terrible for once. Usually I wear it, and even in the few minutes I'm wearing it, it looks kind of cakey. I mean, it cakes on my nose. I don't know why. Like, I don't know why, but this always cakes on my nose. And like my nose, right in the folds, it cakes up. And it looks like it looks like it's separating around my mouth a little bit. I don't know if that's the foundation or plus the matchstick on my chin, but it just looks like it's doing that thing. And then the powders, the Laura Mercier powder is definitely not overhyped. I definitely think the deep one is really nice for warming up the face after you like over highlight the center of your face. Using the deep one to kind of like set the rest of your like your jaw and your darker areas is really, really nice. And I'm not mad, like the word's not mad at it, but I don't really have anything against it. I think it's really nice, and I think that this one would be the one I keep, since I have like 3 other highlighting like under eye powders that I use for the center of my face, and I kind of like my Patrick Star one better from MAC, just because I like that peachy undertone. This kind of yellowiness makes me feel yellow. But I might try it one more time with like my regular concealer routine with my NARS products. But again, NARS isn't cruelty free, so we don't do that here right now. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and to the girl, ooh, hold on 1 second. Not in the eye. Alright, found her. Alright, and to Mika Miyoshi on YouTube, I hope I'm saying your name right. I'm going to put it on the screen. It's Mikka Myoshi. This is your cruelty-free makeup video that you asked for on my channel. No, I didn't forget. I know we talked about this like a month ago, but I have had this in my mind. I've been ready, and I thought, ooh, tie these two together. So again, to Mika Miyoshi, this is the video that you asked for, and I hope you really like it. And thank you guys for watching. If you have comments, questions, things like that, you should leave them down in the comment section below. If you like this video, go ahead and just give it a thumbs up, you know, like the video. And then if you like tutorials like this one, first impressions, reviews, and other things of that nature, you should just go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I put out videos like once a week on Saturdays. I'm trying to incorporate a second day of the week on Wednesdays. But if I don't get around to it, I definitely will be posting on Saturday. I still work full time. I still want to do YouTube as much as I can because I still really like making them. I still really like talking about it. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time, okay? Bye.